how you wanna do this one?
Which way you think is best? Just go the old way. I don't. I think they like this way better. No, I don't hear nothing. Am I plugged in over here? I'm on there.
No, you're not.
Oh,
You got the wrong one in there. That would
no,
be,
no, I got the right one in my ear. This,
I hear some.
I don't hear nothing.
Check it out.
This is the one I put in my ear. See if the thing is plugged in behind me.
He is sitting there. It is plugged in.
Now it's in. All right, Facebook, do y'all like this way better? I started to give you the streaming with all the show and the commercials. All right. And just when you thought it was safe, it is absolutely positively not. Good evening to you and welcome again to still the most controversial television talk show anywhere in America. The one that tells it just like it is with no holds barred and don't give a damn whether you get pissed off or pissed on. It's just the way it is. It's the truth. Dale, I think the YouTube is froze over here. But tonight, there's some things. I had a show all mapped out, and about 30 minutes ago, one of the parties involved called me and said, look, can we hold this show until tomorrow night? Because there are some other things that I'm looking for in this manner. When it comes to dealing with corruption in the city of Memphis and the county of Shelby, let me say this, that during this upcoming election, and the election is October 3rd, I believe, I will be the force to be reckoned with. I will be dealing very heavily with some of the people that are running for office. I will be exposing some of the plans, the plots, and strategies of individuals that I think should not be elected to office. My show tonight had planned to deal with corruption in the medical examiners office. And I had some things lined up on that, but tomorrow night, come hook or crook, I would deal with the racism and the politics and the corruption of the medical examiner's office. Ain't that where the dead peoples be? Yet that be where the dead people be. But that will come on tomorrow night. So I'm kind of open tonight. Because I had a whole file dealing with the corruption in that particular department. In fact, I'd spoken with two Shelby County commissioners today about some information that I have received firsthand about the blatant racism and corruption in the medical examiner's office. And come hook or crook again, tomorrow night, I will deal with that. But let's deal with some things concerning the corruption of politics and this election that is coming up in just a few months. Now, when I look at a lot of the people that's running for office, I've never heard of them. Okay, fine. A lot of the people that are running for office have no plan, have no strategy, have no agenda. They just want to be elected. Or many of them just want their name in the news. I picked up some information today because people called me and they let me know what's going on in political circles. One of the things that I'm hearing is in what race is this? City Council District 3, which is presently held by Patrice Robinson. When I looked at the list of people that were running against her, I said, well, Patrice will probably have an easy race. You've got former radio announcer Joe P. Washington running against her, what has pulled a petition, Tanya Cooper and Rhonda Mon Banks. Easy race for her. But then I got to talking, and someone called me and said that Graceland has a candidate in mind that they want to run against Patrice. They want Patrice out of there. And I said, who is that particular candidate? Well, I was told that Harold Collins has been selected by a group of white folk that's willing to make sure that he is totally financed to run for that particular office. I don't like Harold Collins at all. I think that he is one of the water-carrying Negroes that white folk use to get their agenda across. I think that he is very instrumental in whatever happens with Graceland, which is something I really don't care nothing about one way or the other. I know that there is a group of people that live in the area around Graceland that is preparing to file a lawsuit against Graceland because with this new thing, amphitheater or whatever it is that they built, that they have destroyed the neighborhood adjacent to it, taking away the trees, the lights are shining, the music is going to be blasting. So I do know that a group met on Saturday to get ready to file a lawsuit against Graceland. Is that something I need? Oh, okay. So we've got to get ready. We've got to get ready. And I'm going to open up the phone lines tonight because do politicians or do we want people that will fight for the people in this community? Somebody is saying you got one time to say something about my family member running for office, or I'm going to knock you out. Well, let's see who you are, because I don't give a damn about who your family is. Let's see what your number is here, so that you can say it to me and tell me who your family member happens to be, because I really don't give a damn about you or your family member. Let's see. Let me dial your number, and you can say to me, you ain't got to text me, you can say to me what you got to say. 878-4426. Let's see. I'm waiting for it to ring. At 878-4426. What kind of phone you got?
We're sorry, this person is not available right now. Please leave a message after the beep.
Man, F you and your family member too. Real good. So, and let me tell you, politicians, I don't take threats. And threatening me will only make me come at you even harder. But in this race coming up, do we want individuals that will fight for the rights, the survival, and the communities of black folk in this community? Or do we just want politicians? I told you Facebook frozen. It won't do it? Does internet, the Wi-Fi in here is messed up? Okay, so.
I do it on commercial, but I won't.
Okay, we'll do it on commercial and see what we can do. Let, let me share with you. There are folk who want to play tricks in this community, and all of them ain't white folk. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, the air in here is something. Okay, does. But Harold Collins is not who we need elect. Am I sold on Patrice? No. 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 But here's what we find in our community. We got people running for office with no money. You have no plan of winning. And thank you, Selena. She said, bless you. Ain't got no plan. These Negroes just running to be running. And I'd like to know, maybe some of you, and I wish I had y'all telephone numbers on this sheet. Because I'd like to know from some of you, why y'all even running? Why are you in the race? Why have you pulled a petition? Let's see. When I look at some of these races, Joe P., why are you running? Who has run the Mon Banks? Tanya Cooper, that's Barbara Cooper's daughter. You ran before. Do you have any money to run, to put together a campaign? Here's the thing I see with a lot of black folk. You just throw your name out there and you have no organization, no nothing to run your office with. Gentleman, a white guy texted me last night at the end of the show and wanted to know why you make everything black and white. Because it is in this city, in this county, it is black and white. And the thing that is so terrible is that no matter what black folk have went through in their history in this city, they are still selling out to white folk that want to use them. And white folk only use you to get to the black community because they don't want to be the ones that look bad. Now, I'll give you a prime example of corruption. In May, Beale Street collected $180,000 from that Beale Street box that was supposed to just be for May, that they have now extended all the way to September. $180,000. Where the money going? Who got the money? Who got the money? Who is going to spend the $180,000? Who had this is, and we talk about cash. Okay, now y'all know all that $100,000 cash money didn't get in the right hand. In fact, hell, we don't know whose hands it in. But $180,000 collected here in the city of Memphis off of Beale Street. Where did the money go, and what is the money going to be used for? Do you think that city council members know where the money went? They should. What's the name of that foundation? The Downtown Memphis Commission? What y'all do with the money? What bank is the money in? What is the $180,000 that you raised in May by alone, just in May? Where is the money going, and what you gonna spend it on? Or are we paying folk off? Ladies and gentlemen, in this city, there is a whole lot of kickback. Oh, you wait till I hit you tomorrow night with the medical examiner's office and I tell you what's going on in the medical examiner's office. We don't have anybody fighting for the people. We used to have fighters on the city council and on the school board, but these new Negroes, y'all got some new Negroes. These new Negroes, these new Negroes were already bought and paid for. These Negroes belong to the white masters who pull their strings. These Negroes are not running anything in the city of Memphis. And white folk are handpicking their tailor-made Negroes and putting them in office and financing them, and we ain't gonna get a thing. Look around the city of Memphis. Look at your community. Look at who represents you and ask yourself, what has my city council person done for me? Now, here's what I'm telling you. This election, I ain't pulling no punches. I am going to be the force that you're going to have to reckon with. I don't give a damn whose toes I step on. I'm coming at you hard, and I'm wondering why many of you, I'm wondering how many of you politicians really ready to campaign. Somebody brought up an interesting point. That's too much money to get at night. Folks steal at church, taking Beale Street money. Maybe that was $250,000 report taken up, and they're only reporting $180,000. Now remember, this is all cash money. Who collecting the money? Where the money go at the end of the night? Who in charge of the money? Who y'all know you can give $180,000 to in cash money and they ain't gonna steal no money? Come on. See, politicians in this city are crooks. We got crooks. Oh, we got a few good ones. Count them by one hand. But $180,000 cash money. Who got the money? Well, I have not heard back from the police director. I called him, was that Monday night? I called him Monday night, impromptu, on his cell phone, asking asking the police director to come on the show. Let's talk about crime in this city. There's some questions that I wanted to ask the police director. He assured me that I would hear back from him or someone in his office by the end of the week. I have not heard from the police director at all. Now, let me just be honest. I don't think that I will hear from Mike Rollins. I just don't believe it. Mike Rollins works for Jim Strickland. Jim Strickland is his boss. See, unlike the sheriff is elected by the people. The sheriff, Floyd Bonner, has no boss. The police director has a boss. He works at the wheel of the mayor. Do you think Jim Strickland got the balls to come on this show? Or he'll go on a week talk show. He'll go on a Bev Johnson show. He'll talk to a Bobby O.J. But he's not going to come on a show where the talk show host knows what he's talking about and is not going to be politically correct and not going to just give him the softball questions. Mr. Director, if you are your own man and you're concerned about crime in this community, you'll have somebody in your office to contact me any night that you want to come on the air. I don't care what I got planned. Mr. Director, you are invited on this show, but there are some questions that I have for you as the director of the City of Memphis Police Department. Is there any more that you can do as the director of the police department? There's a questions that I'm not going to give you on air that I want to ask you, because I don't want your team having to sit down and come and find the political answer for that question. Mr. Mayor, do you have the balls? And I don't think you do. Prove me wrong, Mr. Mayor. Do you have the balls to come here and sit with me? And I'm not going to be rude to you, but I got some questions for you. Because I'd like to know if you know, Mr. Mayor, where the damn money at? Come on. $180,000 in cash raised in May, and we don't know where the money is. That Kim Conrad got on TV and said it's going for lighting and for fencing. That ain't the responsibility of the citizens of this community. That's not the responsibility. Beale Street businesses are responsible for their lighting, their signage, their fencing. Why have we not had an accountability or an accounting of the money that is raised on Beale Street? For the same reason, for over 25 years, none of the monies that were being paid on Beale Street as far as rents were concerned were paid to the city of Memphis. You got corrupt politicians in this city that's getting kickbacks. Somebody getting some. The people of this community are not getting a damn thing. And yes, even if we were responsible for it, you pay taxes in the city of Memphis. Mr. Mayor, I'd like to know, and Mr. City Council member, how is it that you're even collecting money on Beale Street when a federal judge can't get no higher than the federal judge? The federal judge has already told you that it is unconstitutional to charge the citizens of Memphis to go on Beale Street. I'd like you to answer that, Mr. Mayor. Then, Mr. Mayor, I want to know if it's unconstitutional for the citizens to pay to get on a public street. Then how is it that the city of Memphis is allowing places like Rendezvous, places like the Madison Hotel, and several other businesses downtown to be able to charge people to park in front of these businesses? Come on. $8 to park on a city street, even when there is a city meter there, a parking meter on the street. Who gave the okay? What city council member, Mr. Mayor, what happened? Why, if I go downtown, and I don't walk, I don't like to walk. I had a guy get real mad at me down by the Rendezvous because I parked. And I refused to give $8 to park on a city street. Negro told me, I'll call the police. Because then Mr. Police got to tell me, how you gonna give me a ticket? How you gonna get upset, Mr. Police Officer, if I'm parking on a city street and I don't want to pay these clowns no $8 to park where an hour ago I just put 50 cents in the meter? The politics in Memphis is corrupt. The leadership is corrupt. And let me say this to all of you present city council members, I ain't in nobody's camp. None. I don't care whether any incumbent is re-elected. If you're not going to come up and stand up and fight for the people in this community. I'm tired of seeing black folk voting along with white folk when it is destroying the black community. We don't know where all of this money, I'm still on that $180,000. Ain't no way in the hell that you're going to give anybody $180,000 in cash money. No checks, no nothing. Cash money, and somebody didn't steal some money. Where y'all count the money at? All right, now that's a good question. That's a good question. Okay. That's a good question. Where y'all count the money at the end of the night? Where the room at? Tell us where the room is that y'all counting the money at the end of the night. So, Fogo in the 18, how many times, Dale, you've been to college since I've been to high school. Fogo in the 18, how many times? 3? 4. So over $50,000 a weekend is being raised on Beale Street. Where y'all counting the money at? Y'all know somebody's stealing. I don't even want y'all to trust me with y'all $180,000 in cash. Woo! No. Who counting the money? Who's the counters? Mr. Mayor, who counting our money? Who counting the money? Where y'all? See, at the end of the night, when all that money is collected, where does the money go? Somebody got to take the money somewhere. Somebody got to count that money. It's some stealing. Y'all know it's some stealing going on. But these crackerjack ass city council people that we have, they won't make no noise because the white boys that's on the council got them under their thumb. We need some fighters. Yeah. Thank you, Ms. Lucy. 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, who count the money at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning? Well, we're going to count it Saturday morning. Well, who keeping the money all night long? Am I making y'all think? Huh? Am I making you think somebody's stealing the money? It's 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, Beale Street. Who got the money? The damn bank ain't open. You ain't taking that much cash to the bank that early in the morning. Somebody got to count the money. Even if y'all got the Wells Fargo people. The Wells Fargo people don't count the money. They carry the money to the bank. Yeah, somebody on here said we need some council people with some backbone. That's the reason I'm urging those of you in District 6 to vote for my friend of 40 years. He cussed as good as me. Somebody with some tenacity. Somebody that don't give a damn whether they cuss out black folk or white folk. Ed Ford Sr. We ain't got time to play no games with these weak ass Negroes. See, these weak ass Negroes, and see, y'all talk about we need some young blood. Them young niggas already bought. They buying young niggas as soon as they come out of school. These young Negroes want to be politicians. They want to be accepted by the establishment. They want to sit on boards and be in meetings with the white folk. They don't invite me to no damn meeting, even as a pastor. Because I asked the question the other day, Rhonda Logan, how you running for office in Raleigh? You're inviting all these politicians for Raleigh, all these preachers for Raleigh. I pastor a church in Raleigh too. My building bigger than most of them. How y'all gonna bypass me? Y'all scared to have somebody real in your meeting because I ain't got no, what's that word, that fancy word y'all use, decorum. I ain't got none of that decorum. I ain't got none of that. No decorum. Good rum, but no decorum. Because, see, when I hear bullshit, I have to address bullshit. I do. I be trying to say in some of these meetings, and that's when they don't invite me. They don't even tell me when the damn meeting's is, because he gonna get out of play. I am, and I am. Because I'll sit there and I'll listen to bullshit, then I start to smelling bullshit. And when bullshit get in my nose and start to stinking, I have to say, look, it's something stinking that is going on right now. And Rhonda, I ain't got nothing against you. And yes, they mistreated you back in December. But how you gonna bypass me? I know maybe some of your political folk done told you we don't need Thaddeus Matthews as a part, but I pastor in the community. So how you gonna bypass a pastor? My church about a mile from your daddy's church, Sammy Holloway. And I noticed in this race that there is a Holloway in the race. Rhonda, your camp needs to get with me, because either I'm with you or I'm against you. It's just that damn simple. And there's no need of any candidate thinking you got it locked up. And you ain't got it locked up just because your daddy pastor a church. I feel as good about Naked Truth as he feels about Breath of Life. So it's an insult to me as a pastor in the Raleigh community that you think that you can bypass me. And understand, I ain't got no dog in the fight. Now, Sherman Greer is in the race. I know Sherman. Like I said, I ain't got no dog in the fight. But trying to bypass me will piss me off. Okay? Not as a TV talk show host, But as a pastor in the community that you're running in, y'all done had 2 or 3 little breakfasts. Okay? Damn. I could have got an invite. I eat breakfast. I know y'all probably didn't have nothing but some donuts. What you call them breakfasts? Continental breakfasts. I eat some donuts and drank some coffee and thing. I like donuts and coffee and some fruit. I came, but don't make the mistake. Because no matter how many members your father may pastor, I hit 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 times or more people at night than y'all gonna see on a Sunday morning. All I ask you to do as a pastor in that community is treat me right. But I ain't gonna back down off of any politician in this community. That's the reason I'm supporting Dr. Willie Harrington. Somebody said, well, Doc is 78 years old, but he a man. Okay? He a man. These other folk that's running for mayor in this race ain't got a snowball's chance in hell. And let me tell black folks something. Here's how white folk always defeat us. Divide and conquer. There are several of you that's running for mayor that I would have supported, especially one young man that's running. I would have supported running for city council, and that's you, LaMichael Wilson. I would support you as a candidate for city council. I've read some of the stuff that you said, some of the things you want to do, but I'm seeing folk that's running for office that have no idea what the office entails. And just because you want to be mayors don't mean that you have the tenacity or the knowledge to be mayors. And we got to quit playing these games in the black community. Dr. Harrington is the man. Yeah, he's 78, but damn, I'm 62. And I ain't finna get off TV because somebody says you too old to be on TV. I am going to be the force that you've got to reckon with this political year. I'm the only black man on TV, period, in these parts that's got the balls to stand up and say it like it is. I don't owe a politician a damn thing. Ain't no politician doing no favors for me, ain't gave me nothing. When they do give me something, it's gonna be for some advertising for their particular campaign. And if you think that you can run this race without addressing me, and you want to take all your money to the white man to support, yeah, take the white man some, but don't think that you can take the white man some money and give you $1,000. $1,000 don't excite me at all, remotely. You need, and I haven't been to the church all day today. I've been busy all day today. I haven't been to my office. You politicians need to be calling me. See, some of y'all need to be advertising right now. The only politician that has bought me some monies is Ed Ford Sr. And like I said, Ed's my friend. Win, lose, or draw, Ed Ford Sr. and I have been friends for over 40 years. There's nobody in that race that has the tenacity, has the fortitude, got his own monies. He buried a whole lot of folks. They didn't have to put another dead folks board up in the funeral home. They buried so many folk. but I'm going to fight for the people. I'm going to stand up and tell you things in this community that may not be politically correct. And I triple double dog any politician that run to come at me with something sideways, because this whole community is going to know that you coming sideways. I ain't got no secrets that I'm going to keep from this community, but I will expose your ass. My record of exposing already speaks for itself. Harold Collins is not anybody. He's already in the pockets of them white folk that own and run Graceland. They need his vote. They need his support on the city council. Patrice, get your monies together, baby, and come see me. I don't come cheap, baby. So you got to put your money together. Otherwise, white folk have already planned to put him in office. They've already talked. The word I got today, they are willing to make sure that Harold Collins has at least $100,000 to run for a city council position. You got to put some monies together. I ain't crazy about Patrice, but none of these other folk that has pulled a petition, they ain't got a snowball's chance in hell of winning. None. Nan. We'll talk more after these commercial messages. In a while.
Yes.
All right, those of you on Facebook, do y'all like this way better or do you want the other way?
We gotta go.
Train or successor? Who they talking about?
That's just me and somebody talking about me and Harrington.
What they say about Harrison?
They were saying they didn't know what he was doing, but he wanted to go in office for.
That motherfucker.